Salutations everyone, this is your friendly neighborhood Razor giving you a gameplay on Bakaara with the Barret 50 cal using the thermal optic attachment. This was requested of me and it was really the only request that I had. So I thought I'd go ahead and post up this gameplay. And the thermal scope, back in Modern Warfare 2, you saw this quite a lot in maps such as like Wasteland or the whatever that rehashed map from COD 4 was. Can't remember right now, but it was pretty prevalent because the maps were a lot bigger and sniping was incredibly easy. And what bad snipers would do is they would put on this training wheel attachment called the thermal scope, and it really just played the game for them. And it was really something that I didn't like in the game, and it's still something I don't like. I don't like using it, and I don't like when it's being used against me. Not as much in this game. It's not really that big of a problem. I much more against heartbeat sensors and noob tubes. But as you can see, the zoom enhancement with the thermal scope is not comparable to the reg scope, which I believe it was in Modern Warfare 2. I could be wrong because I didn't use the attachment that often. And but as you can see here, it's not as zoomed in as it would be with a reg scope or with a variable scope. But I guess that's fine. I'm really only using it to get some variety in there. And this is the map Bakaara. It's a very good map for sniping, but I haven't had a gameplay with it so far because it's a difficult map to really find your niche, because the spawns are always going to be flipping, and that's completely normal. But it's hard to find. It's hard to anticipate your enemies are going to be because there's so many profile camping spots. Like there was the building that's to my right. There is the construction area with all the paint buckets. There's the two-story building by the sea flag. And then there's the helicopter area, and as you can see, that guy got saved by that impenetrable wall. But that's alright, because I'm going to go ahead and find him here. A lot of people like using the turret on this helicopter, and it is the only turret in the game. And I honestly don't want... There's a little camper right here. Bink! I don't know what the hell he was looking at, but get my attack helicopter, and I thank him for it. But I don't know why people like camping in that helicopter. It's not very good for you. I mean, I've seen a couple people get a few kills in there. But you're going to die every time you go in there. You're going to die because I'm going to scope up and I'm going to take you out and you'll never see me coming. And watch me play like a team player, like a beast right here. Going to go ahead and wipe out the SAM turret. Grab the ballistic vest to secure myself and secure the position. And then I call in my UAV. That's called being a team player, guys. And it's not something you see too much of in this game. And thank goodness I have that ballistic vest. That guy would have shot me good. I would have been dead. And that would have made me sad. As you can see, you're in a turret, and I'll take you out. Even without a thermal scope, I would have spotted him because I have the marksman proficiency. And it's really good for taking out people that love it to camp. And jump shot that fool for my Predator missile. But the Barret 50 cal, it's different than it was in Modern Warfare 2. I can't really pin down what I don't like about this gun. It might have more recoil, even though I am using the kick proficiency, and I just don't see myself having the kind of success that I did in Modern Warfare 2. But that also might be a product of Black Ops, because the L96 was definitely my sniper of choice, and the PSG-1 was not that amazing for not getting hit markers quite often. It definitely got more hit markers than the L96. So maybe I just got used to using the bolt actions, so that's why I'm much more inaccurate with the semi-automatics as I would usually be, because with the semi-automatics, I've mentioned this in my Black Ops videos using the PSG-1, but with this semi-automatics, You don't have to like scope out to do the bolt action. So you feel like you can stay zoomed in and keep firing, and sometimes that's going to make you less accurate because your shots aren't going to be as spot on as freshly zooming in, because of the recoil and the recentering speed of your weapon is going to be a hindrance to you. And as you can see here, I got the MP9s, I believe they're called, the Kimboed. They look just like the TMP from Modern Warfare 2. I don't know if it's the same gun, different name, but it looks identical, and it's definitely a lot better than the TMP, that's for damn sure. Protecting the B flag like a boss with my Kimbo machine pistols, and I get my UAV. But I haven't... I don't know what it is, but I can't do as well with the Barret as I can with the L118A. And I guess maybe sometimes the MSR, although I'm doing better with the Barret than I did with the MSR for I don't know what reason. Another thing with the thermals, Assassin players don't show up on it, and Assassin, if you didn't know, it's the only second tier perk in this game. If you've ever gone into a lobby, that's what you'll see. And I don't know why I didn't get even a hit mark on that guy. I felt like I was getting a good shot on him. But, you know, with the thermal, less zoom, wasn't completely sure. You know, it's like using an AS50 with a really low zoom. But with the Barret, you know, of course, going to have a higher one-hit kill potential, so thermal isn't, you know, terrible on it. And you can, as you can see, I can still see those assassin players, but... you know, campers are a lot harder to find when, you know, they're going to be stationary and you don't know where they are and they don't show up on the thermal. And it's just another reason why I don't like using thermal, and I don't recommend it, because Assassin is the only perk in this game that anyone uses, as well as Blind Eye. Assassin and Blind Eye... If you didn't know better, you'd think that those are the only first and second tier perks, because they're really the only ones that almost everybody uses. And they're always used in conjunction with each other. You know, for obvious reasons. They don't want to show up on anything because they're little pansy asses and they can't, you know... They don't want the enemy to see them on their UAVs, and they don't want to get shot by the kill streaks that were earned by killing the noobs so often, so... I don't know. I'm glad that, you know, they were put into their own perk, but they're still used together all the time, and they do not seem to be at a disadvantage whatsoever. And I never see anyone on my team using Blind Eye, let alone Assassin and Blind Eye put together, because, you know, whenever there's like air support or something, it'll never get shot down. I'm always the one that has to do it, and if you just play with a bunch of randoms, you'll see that as well, which doesn't make sense, because like the Stinger missile's the best secondary in the game because of the support kill streaks and 100 UAVs a game, and a Predator missile gets you your attack helicopter pretty much instantly. And as you can see, even with the sniper rifle, I use C4 because take out the campers. That's how I murk on them. See, my teammate got taken out there, so I knew there was at least one guy left. Took him out, and inspecting the room for a second guy, spraying a little pre-fire, but I didn't see him, so he must have been killed. Calling the UAV, only like 3 guys show up because they're all using Assassin except for that guy. Get my Predator missile, and gonna nail this guy off of A flag, but unfortunately they already capped it, and my team was absolutely terrible. We do end up losing this game, which is, you know, it seems to happen to me more often than it did in Black Ops. In Black Ops, I had a much easier time carrying an enemy team because and I don't know what happened there. I thought that was a teammate, and he had Blind Eye and Assassin, so he wasn't his name didn't show up. He wasn't showing up on the UAV, so I guess that was my bad. I made me look dumb, but I was too close to him, and I don't know. It was embarrassing, but it is what it is. Yeah, you might have Assassin, but that doesn't make you ethereal, son. And as you can see, I miss once, and then I keep firing, and I keep missing, and that's a habit that I'm gonna, you know, try to have to break using these semi-automatics. But I know, I guess I've been just so inbred to use the bolt actions that I'm gonna have to stick with them, because I just feel more comfortable with them, and I seem to get less hit markers. Plus, the Barret 50 cal has, if you didn't know, it has LMG-like speed. in that you only run at like a 78% speed than 100% that you would with any of the other sniper rifles. Except the AS-50 is also very slow. So I guess they thought the 50 caliber round was so heavy that you had to run like you had a freaking light machine gun on you. But yeah, I guess that was on purpose. So my final score here is 44-11. And see, my teammate is in a juggernaut, and he just gets gang raped by these three guys, and I take him out. But yeah, I'll score 44-11 using the thermal scope, the Barret 50 cal in Bakaara domination. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave your request below on other weapon setups you would like me to use. You can't just say use something random because I use pretty much everything in this game. So if you want to see me use anything, or if you need tips on a certain weapon or certain setup, go ahead and leave those below. And you can follow me on Twitter. I have a Twitter now. I really don't know why you would follow me unless you like hearing me talk about video games and stuff. But Razor13, pretty self-explanatory if you want to follow me. So I'll see you guys later.